Hello boys and girls. Well, a couple of works in progress today, but before we start, please don't forget to like and subscribe, smack that bell, and if possible leave a comment in the comment section, because otherwise YouTube won't recommend these videos to you and you might miss something really vital. So now let's get into it. So the first model in progress is this lovely little Citroen DS, not to be confused with Citroen Diane, which is a sort of glorified 2CV, but the Citroen DS was a slightly bigger sort of family car from I think the early 1950s vintage, and as you can see it's in the wrong colours at the moment. We need a reddish brown bonnet there, plus some curved panels and bits and bobs to the side, but you can see the general shape of the car. It looks really nice actually. It's got these sort of newfangled space age type headlights, or brake lights I should say, sort of fixed onto the roof of the car, and it's got the back wheels kind of concealed underneath the bodywork there. The French were very keen on sort of 1950s futurism, sort of concealing the wheels and having these tail fins and funny little lights and things. It was meant to look futuristic, but of course now it looks very quaint and sort of 1950s or 60s. So I've ordered some pieces from Bricklink just to finish it off. The only thing is I kind of nearly gave up halfway through, partly because of the back part of the car. Now the original model by Outbricks was actually 2 studs longer in length, which actually didn't look right to me. It was almost too long, so I've replaced his roof assembly with this single piece sort of wedge tile, or wedge plates I think it's called. And I've put these sort of smooth tiles on the back where the window, it's kind of hinged, so it has to sort of slope downwards like that, and that just about does the trick. The main problem with the Outbricks version was the back of the car was very complicated and flimsy. It just kept falling to pieces basically, and it didn't look right at all, whereas the front looked really good. So I basically re-engineered it. I've made it 2 studs shorter in length overall, and I've just put this simple sloping back with the curved pieces at the bottom of the bodywork there, and a simple sort of 2 stud piece with the back lights on the back there. So I've ordered some correct colours, and that's going to look really good. Now the other problem with the Outbricks original was this little piece here at the front. He used a couple of modified plates like these two here, and as you can see, the sort of round bit is underneath that yellow headlight there. I tried doing that and it just wouldn't fit at all. It just did not hold together because the studs didn't quite meet together. It's one of those very highly engineered models where things hang together with just one stud or something, which makes it very flimsy. So in the end I had to abandon that idea, and my solution was to cheat somewhat. I had a couple of these pieces from, I think you can only get them from Weebrick. It's like a double-sided plate. So Lego I don't think actually make these, whereas you can get them from Weebrick and other compatible bricks. So I used that to hold it all together, which works much more effectively, and then I just used a couple of loose, where these round bits are, I just used a couple of loose sort of 1 stud round plates like that either side. So that actually is much more effective than the original version. I know it's cheating a bit because I used this sort of double sided, but there's just no other way to do it really, to make it actually stay together. And likewise on the back, Outbricks used a very complicated and flimsy arrangement of plates sort of hanging together with one stud, or not even properly fitting together, and it just kept falling to pieces, and I nearly gave up making the model because of that, because I just couldn't make it work. But in the end I came up with a much simpler solution, you know, making this sloped part here. I've used a single sloping brick at the top for the window, and you know, these side plates, I think it actually looks quite elegant, that solution, and it gives the sort of overall shape of the Citroen DS, the real life car. So it now looks really good from the front and from the back. And once we get the correct colours, obviously these need to be all reddish brown, these panels here, it will look really cool. So if you hold that thought, we'll have a look at that probably just after Christmas. And then the other work in progress, of course, was the exclusive Heart Lake Ladies Hair Salon, which you can see here. This was originally a sort of French boulangerie, a sort of bakery cafe arrangement. We already actually had a bakery, so I decided to sacrifice what was going to be a bakery shop and turn it to this hair salon, mainly because I bought from a charity shop a bunch of random Lego, and it included this sort of fascia for the Heart Lake hair salon with this nice scissors logo and so forth, and it had this nice sticker on the curved window. I'll have to make another one to match on this other side of the curved window because we haven't got one there, but if we lift the top off, we can have a look what's inside the building. And looking inside, again, this was completed quite a while ago. We've got this lovely bookcase, which was originally a Lego gift with purchase. I made my own version of it, including the young lady sitting there reading the book in her armchair and all the little bits and bobs. I actually went to back to the original version of this rather than the one that's been released commercially through Lego. It was from the Lego Ideas page, so I went with a more original looking version of the bookcase, and because it was so tall I actually had to punch a hole through the second floor of this building. So we've now got a mezzanine floor with the bed on there and some steps leading up, so that this bookcase can sort of go the full length of 2 stories basically. That looks really good in there, and if we look below, we can see what's happening with the rest of the building. So not much going on this floor at the moment, so we'll remove that story. What will happen when I've got the stairs fixed up, so we know where everything goes, I'll probably make this into a sort of furnished apartment, maybe with a bedroom or a toilet in there as well. So if we lift that off, so this is where the real action is going on. This is the hair salon arrangement. We've got a couple of nice sink units in there. I need to get another brass set of taps for that one, and got these nice magenta coloured chairs. I only realised recently that Lego don't actually make the hinged piece there. You see that bracket with the 2 hinge bits on it? They don't actually make that in magenta, bizarrely, so I've had to go to Weebrick to source a couple of those, and they will be hopefully arriving shortly. But otherwise the chairs are looking quite good. Need to get a couple of round pieces for the arm of this chair, because I think there were 2 chairs originally, but I'm going to go with 3, so I've had to make another chair. We've got the hairdressing lady with the pair of scissors, and we've got a customer sitting in the chair at the moment with a hairdryer over her head. I've started doing the tiling, which is quite complicated because there's quite a bit of furniture to sort of stick down there, so I've had to interrupt the tiling with some studs with some plates, in other words. But I've now got the basic you know, the basic shape of the hair salon, so we know where everything's going. I'll probably put this cabinet up in the middle of the room, with maybe with a cash register on top of that for the customers to pay. But otherwise, I think everything's in the right place now, so I just need to put in this staircase leading up to this next floor. Then we can get the plates of the floor properly set up on here, and we'll be pretty much rocking and rolling then. I've ordered some stuff from Bricklink and also from WeBrick, because WeBrick is able to supply bricks with colours that Lego don't actually make, including that magenta colour. So I'm giving WeBrick another chance, as they've now promised not to keep running out of things like they have been doing for the past year or so. Now the other thing I need to do is make some stickers for these telephone boxes that says telephone there, and I think this one, the sticker's getting a bit worn out on this police telephone box, so I'll probably print another one out for that. So otherwise, while we wait for the correct bricks from WeBrick and from Bricklink, I may as well say live long and prosper, and don't forget to like and subscribe, smack that bell, and please leave a comment. I much appreciate your charming comments. And on that bombshell, I'll say live long and prosper, and I'll see you all next time.